We want to create a bridal makeup for a traditional wedding. We're going to be face baking our face, which we also call cooking. The Kim Kardashians have made it very popular. I love celebrating. What is face baking? Face baking is the technique whereby you are able to highlight those important areas under the eyes, at cheekbones, at jawline, and several places that you feel you want to highlight depending on a particular face shape. In this bridal makeup, you'll be seeing how you can create a flawless makeup for your bride, for yourself. So it's for the everyday woman as well as the professional makeup artist that wants their bride to look awesome and flawless. First thing you're going to apply is your eyeshadow primer. This is the NYC eyeshadow primer. What the eyeshadow primer does, it makes your eyeshadow to last. It gives it a staying power. It also gives it a very rich finishing. Your eyeshadow looks awesome. I'm going to apply it over her eyelid. Spread it across. Make sure it's not too much so it doesn't get too creamy, but enough for the eyeshadow to stay. The next I'm going to apply a nude to start. Then I'm going to apply the Morphe eyeshadow. The Morphe eyeshadow is one of the best eyeshadows in the world. It's very nice, it sleeps very well on the lid, and it stays all day. I'm going to use a wedge, a foam wedge to apply it. For the middle, I'm going to apply an orange color using the Morphe. The Morphe comes in this Morphe 35U. I'm going to spread it. When I'm done, I'm going to use a transition color to blend the eyeshadow, do my contour on the eyeshadow. Then I'm going to apply my glitters on it as well. I'm using a little bit of red towards the tail end, also Morphe palette. I'm blending now. Then I'm going to contour. I'm going to use a little dark brown in my nude for my nude palette. LA Girl. I want to blend it well. Then I'm going to use my transition color. I'm using Maybelline Cacao to transit. Then I'm going to put my glitters. I'm using benign to apply my glitters. What the benign and the glitters do, what it does, it makes your shimmers to stay on the eyelid. It won't be falling on your client's face and also on your face if you are making up for yourself. I'm using a loose glitters, an orange glitters. I'm going to first apply the glitters glue on an eyelid. Then I will apply the glitters on it. You can see how the glitters glue is holding the glitters. While we apply the eyeshadow first, you can see the glitter is falling on our face. You can use the wiper, the makeup remover, to remove the shimmers or any substance that fall on our face without hampering the foundation or the powder you would have applied. That's why it's always better to apply your eyeshadow first before your powder, before your foundation, before any other thing. I'm going to use the makeup remover now to remove the glitters that fell on our face. I'm using this to remove the glitters. You can look up now there. Like this, your job is neater. You can create a flawless makeup. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to line. I'm using a round eyeliner in black. That's it. So we're going to pull our eyes to create a straight line. Sometimes you want to create a cat eyes. The other side as well. You could pull from, when you pull, you could start from any side you're comfortable. You can start from the edge. You can start from the beginning. What is key is that your line is straight. That helps to create a flawless makeup. The next thing I'm going to fix the lashes on now. This is false lashes. This is a red cherry. I'm removing it. This is how to apply the lashes. I'm using the tweezer. Make sure it's very close to our hairline. Before you apply, always make sure the lash is a little tacky. By that means it's a little dry. You allow it to dry, then you reline because of the gum stain. This is how you apply your first lash. You can apply it by yourself. Just face the mirror. You can apply it by yourself at home. There we have it. I'm going to allow it to dry. Then I reline it. Okay. You can open your eyes now. Okay. There we have it. The next thing we're going to do right now is the face baking. Face baking is to allow those highlighted areas to show. You leave it for 10 minutes to 15 minutes so that the face is well cooked. What happened during the process of leaving the loose powder on the concealer, on those areas you want to highlight, it melts because the body is warm. By the time you leave your loose powder, your setting powder on the concealer, it's going to allow your loose powder to melt and it's going to cook within that 10 to 15 minutes that you left it. Then those highlighted areas are going to really be popping out. The next thing you're going to do is apply your primer. What the primer does, it makes your foundation, everything to set in. It's going to allow your makeup to stay all day and create a flawless makeup and an overall look on your client and on yourself. Your makeup will stay throughout the day. You can see the way it's drying up. You have very fast because it dries up really very fast. Prime, especially the T-zone, the butterfly area of the face. Those are regions that actually gets very oily. And if your client or yourself, your skin is very dry, put it all over your face. For those that have very dry skin, just put a little quantity. Then I'm going to mix on my mixing tray. This is my mixing tray. I'm going to use a lighter shade. This is the color 2. I'm going to apply it on the eyes. I love the wedge. I love the straight line it creates. So you don't have to use cosmetics sellotape. I'm going to apply our color. Our actual color is color 4. Put it on my mixing tray. The mixing tray makes you look more professional for the professional makeup artist. Instead of using the back of your hands, this is more professional. Take it all the way to our neck. And sometimes you may have clients that they have blemish, a lot of blemish on their skin, and their skin colors have changed. You will need a color corrector. What does the color corrector, what does it do? It brings the skin to its original shades. Probably the client has used a wrong cream, or if the skin is blemished and you now have another color on the face, use a corrector to correct. This is a color corrector. What the color corrector does is to bring your skin to the original color. Sometimes you use a wrong cream, or part of your face is blemished, or you're making up for a client. You notice that particular section on her face, the color has changed. This color corrector takes it to its original color. Then you can now apply your foundation, then apply your powder. The color corrector is amazing for blemished skins. Okay. Take it to the neck, the back of our ears. You want our face to be well covered. You don't want to look like she's wearing a mask. Our forehead, blend very well. You can also use a beauty blender. What works for you, that's what is important. If a beauty blender works for you, use it. If your brush works for you, use it. If you're where you work or you use it, just be comfortable. At the end of the day, create a flawless you, a beautiful bride, an amazing client. Use what works for you, what you're most comfortable using. And sometimes you can also use a shadow shade. If you want to create that sharp edge, this is a shadow shade. You put the shadow shade underneath the eyes. It has gum, which you can always remove. You put it there. That's your shadow shade. Look at both sides of the eyes. I'm going to contour now. I'm using Maybelline Cacao to contour. Sometimes you can use your foundation, sometimes you can use the powder to contour. The next thing I'm doing is contouring our face. I'm using Maybelline with my contour brush. Take it across, blend it well. When you're done, you can put a little blush. Other side now. Go at both sides. Sometimes when it's too sharp, you can use your powder to tone it down. For my setting powder, I'm using Sasha. This is what I'm using for my setting powder. Now, we want to start the process of face baking. We're going to leave it for some few minutes. Allow it to melt. Those are the highlighted area under our eyes. Then the other side, we are lighting it. We are cooking, we are face baking. Then our nose, we want to create a pointed nose. We're going to allow that to sit in for some couple of minutes. Our forehead. The next thing we're going to do right now is do the brows. The brows is very important. The brows can make or mar your job. We're going to use the pencil to define, then the brow filler. The brow filler is one of the techniques for brows now that makes it very easy. I'm using an Headgear and Esther. It's made by Nigeria and it's awesome. First of all, I'm going to comb our brows, brush it. Then I'm going to remove the excess. We're going to brush our brows to know if there's any excess. If we need to cut, we need to cut out some excess outside of our brows. I'm going to use a brow shaper. You have to use a new one. It's very important that as makeup artists, especially as professionals, we are very hygienic. I'm just cutting the excess. We still need our natural brows to make it look very natural and flawless. I just want our brow bones to show. That's why I'm trimming the ones on our brow bone off. Then I'm going to the other side as well. I'm trimming the excess. Then I'm going to define it. First, I'm going to remove the hair. Okay. I'm using my pencil. I'm using a Jordana pencil. It's one of the best. Well, for those that still find it very challenging drawing their brows, if you follow this step, it will be very easy. Bring it out, the shape of the brows, draw it out, then you fill the inside. Don't finish it at once, just draw it out like I'm doing right now. Can you see? Then you can fill it up. But you won't go wrong if you follow this system. And for those that still find it very difficult to draw their brows, can use the stencil. But I always prefer to use the freehand. Use the stencil. The stencil comes in different brow shapes. You pick the one that suits your client or your particular brow shape. Fill it in. I'm going to use brow filler for the remaining part of the face. So I'm putting the brow filler to fill it in. Brow filler makes it sleep well. It creates a very natural brows. Like that, you're able to achieve a flawless makeup. I'm going to use the concealer now to define the brows and also to highlight the brow bone. I'm using a concealer to bring out the brow bones. The hair layer is awesome. It's very lovely. Just get the shade that goes for your skin type. There's several concealers that are nice in the market. Lighten the start point for that flawless look. Then brush it to get your desired shape. By now, our face is cooking the highlighted part of our face. That's why I normally leave the brows till later. It depends on you really, what you're comfortable with. Some people do their brows first. Depends on what works for you. You could do your brows first, you could do your brows later. For me, I use it to save time. I want that face to be cooked. While it's cooking, I don't want to just sit down doing nothing. That's why I'm doing her brows, to allow the loose powder, the setting powder to set very well into her skin. So her highlight is looking awesome and she's looking gorgeous. I'm now going to blend it. Blend everything. Your blender is very important. Use a very nice blender. Can you see? The highlighter is looking awesome as we wanted it. I'm going to apply a lipstick under the eyes now. Then she's good to go. If you feel the contour is a little too much, you can only use your powder to blend it and tone it down. And also the highlighter under our eyes. For my powder, I'm using Tara. Tara is one of the Nigerian makeup brands. It's awesome. I'm using a Tara powder for those that are pioneered makeup artistry in Nigeria. Our products are very nice. I want to tone down the contour. I also to blend the highlighted area very well, so it's not seen. What you want to create is just an illusion. You don't want everyone seeing your secrets and seeing a side of your face looking lighter than the other side of your face. It's basically to highlight some areas. That's why for you as a makeup artist, you're a surgeon, you can change a round face shape to an oval. That's the whole idea of highlighting and contouring, to hide the person's natural flaws and create a flawless makeup. Bring out the most beautiful features on your face, on your clients. Make sure the contour is well blended. You don't want a particular part of our face darker. It's just to create that flawless makeup. I'm going to line under our eyes now. Then we line our lashes. Yeah, I'm going to reline. Make sure your hands are straight. Make sure the trace of gums is no longer there. Make sure your hands are straight. Then I'm going to line under our eyes. I'm using a Xenon to line. To apply this, use your wedge to create a straight line. I'm using Xenon eyeliner. You can see the purpose of the wedge is to help you. The other side as well. Make sure your hands are straight. Okay. Also in makeup, you need to know how to do your correction. The next we're going to apply is our lipstick. We're using Tara lips liner. You can use your lips liner as your lipstick. It makes people guessing. What lipstick did you use? Smile, darling. Be very careful when you're lining to create that lips line. You can see the way I'm lining. Smile. Can apply it all over the lips. Can you see the shape of our lips is already out? For the inner lips, I'm going to apply my primer. The primer, you can use it to achieve so many looks. I'm applying the primer to create two color lips. That's the umbrella. I'm going to put it in the inner lips. Can you see the way it's coming out? When you're done, you can put a little gloss, or you could leave it like this to create a matte look. Blend it well. Make sure it's well blended. I'm going to apply a little gloss. Yeah, we're done. Then you can blend it. You can use your setting powder to blend. And use your setting powder to blend it in. Then for the lips, you can use your concealer to remove any lipstick that came outside that lips line using your concealer. Use your concealer to remove any lips bleed, any area the lips has come out of the lips line. For those that have very big lower lips, you can also use the concealer to reduce the lips. You can underline or you can overline. If you have a client that has very small lips, you can line outside the lips line. If you have a client that has very big lower lips, you can use this to reduce the size of the lips. I'm going to use the bronzer now. This is a Xaron bronzer. I'm going to put it on the twilight under her eyes. It adds a glow to your bride, to your face when you're going out for a party. Then on your nose, it creates an illusion of a pointed nose. I'm going to apply it on the nose. Don't let it be too much, just a little. You can also contour the nose. If you have a client that has very big nose, you can use the contour palette to reduce the size or to create a pointed nose. I'm using the cacao. Make sure you blend it well. I'm using my hands to blend it well. Make sure it's well blended. Can you see? I know it's already looking pointed. I'm also going to use the bronzer to bring out the shape of our lips. Then use your setting powder. You can also still use your cacao, or you can use your white finishing powder. I'm using a white finishing powder. Can you see? This is like a sealer. If you don't have the spray, you use this to seal and to lock up your makeup. This is also from Nigeria. It's Kakuru. So this is used to seal everything. The concealer, the powder, the bronzer. And you can see our bride is ready to go. She's looking amazing. You have an Owambe party, you're going out, you want to look nice, you want to create a flawless look all by yourself. I'm sure this has been able to help you. You want to face bake, you want to face cook, and you want your highlighted area to come out. With this step and techniques, you're going to be looking awesome. Your makeup will be flawless. Thank you.
Baby, oh I love your picture, oh I love your tingali gali, and I love your posture. You make a bad man fall in love. You make me wanna sing to you a bit of a song now. I get high with your buraga. Yes, I need another cup to get high. I'll be getting harder.